He is wanted in one of Ohio's largest foreclosure scams, and News Channel 5's investigative team caught up with him thousands of miles away in California. Tonight, that exclusive on-your-site investigation has resulted in a criminal indictment against Mark Tao. Good evening, I'm Lee Jordan.
And I'm Chris Flanagan. Last February, we first exposed how homes across Cuyahoga County were swept up in what prosecutors are now calling a pattern of corruption. On your side, Chief Investigator Ron Regan broke the story and now has new information on today's developments. Ron.
Well, Chris, this is the 53-page indictment that details what we first reported. And tonight, an arrest warrant has been issued for Mark Tao, one of the men behind Easy Access funding. And he's been hiding from both investors and the courts until we found him 8 months ago. I'm Ron Regan with Channel 5 in Cleveland.
How are you?
Good to talk to you. Yeah, I thought you were in Overland Park, Kansas.
I'm here today.
Good.
Please leave
I'd like to talk to you about your Easy Access funding, please.
Please leave.
That's Mark Tao last January when we found him living here in Southern California. Now he's accused in this indictment of deceiving investors who believed they were buying homes that would be rehabbed and sold for profit.
I didn't run to a foreign country. I'm not running rich, okay? My name is Mark Tao, and I'm here to be interviewed by you.
All right. Tell me what happened in Cleveland.
What happened in Cleveland is I entrusted and met a man named Michael Alexander, who I only learned at the end of the transaction. His name was Michael Pedwell.
And after leaving behind a trail of vacant homes in Cleveland, Tao now admitted it was all a fraud.
You could blame it on me, you could blame it on Michael Alexander, but there are a lot more people at fault in this big game than just me and others. Mr. Alexander is a big part of the fraud, but the sellers of property to sell abandoned property and just not disclose it's abandoned, destroyed, condemned, for the sole reason that they can make profit and get it off their books.
That on-camera confession, plus interviews with investors,
They're supposedly going to be worth, 3 times the amount that you were buying them for.
led Cuyahoga County Prosecutor Bill Mason to call for a grand jury.
We believe that after we're done with a thorough investigation that we're going to be able to tie them to criminal activity. And when that is completed, and if it is completed and there's evidence to support it, we'll present this information to a grand jury.
Today's indictment found 199 easy access homes across Cuyahoga County sitting empty, some falling apart from neglect or worse.
We just heard a tremendous explosion.
2 years ago, an easy access home exploded. An entire West Side neighborhood nearly destroyed. The home sat vacant and vandalized for 2 full years.
I'm a minister, and all I could say was, God help us.
Well, Tao has been charged with theft, engaging in a pattern of corrupt activity, money laundering, and telecommunications fraud. Tonight, authorities in California are armed with a search warrant and an arrest warrant for his arrest. Back to you.
Ron, as we saw, Tao did have a business associate. Does he face criminal charges?
Well, yes, that's Michael Alexander, and as we mentioned, he was mentioned in the indictment as a member of Tao's team, but so far, he has not been indicted. Now, we found him in Dallas in June, and of course, he denied any wrongdoing. On your side, I'm Chief Investigator Ron Regan.
Okay, Ron, thanks for that update.